So, good evening, everyone. So, finally, notification out, huh? And there is hope means that's good. There is no change in that notification. Everything is remain same. So, you have to build a nation to build the career. Means you are not just going to build your career. You are going to build a nation. That is showing the seriousness of the exam, right? And the date they have given 28th and 25th, right? So 28th and 25th is the date, means from here roughly April and May, 2 months, right? So 2 months from here, and then uh, just have 20, I'll consider 20 to 25 days only, right? Here you have 2 months, that means 60 days for your part one, and for part two you have 20 to 25 days exclusively focus on what? Exclusively focus on descriptive part. So you are going to have only 20 to 25 days to focus exclusively on descriptive part, right? So for descriptive part you are going to have only 20 to 25 days. So it's not going to be the right strategy. You should means some people feel that okay, I will focus on descriptive part only after the first stage, right? Phase one. Only after that I am going to focus on the stage two, right? It is not going to work properly. You have to do some descriptive part even before the stage two, means consolidate overall. We have 85 days for this phase one and phase two. In the phase one, your focus more should be on what? More should be on practice of objective type of questions. Means the total time do you have? Total time do you have? You have to spend 70 to 75%. 70 to 75% you should focus on objective type, whereas 25 to 30% time you can go for some descriptive practice also, right? Now generally what happened, the practice of the descriptive you should not do in the separate sessions. There is no need to do that descriptive practice in the separate session. For example, if you are doing your English for the day for phase one, right? So for phase one, if you are preparing English, so while doing the English, try to incorporate some descriptive part there only. Means there is no need to divide your time. Divide the time. This is the time for what? This is total time I do have. That is 6 hours. So out of this 6 hours, I am going to study only objective type of thing for 4.5 hour, and rest of the time I am going to spend 1.5 to 2 hours. I am going to spend on descriptive only. It should not be like that. It should be like that. What if you are doing the English part? So while doing the English part, you should do both things. Major focus on objective, but one question you can go for subjective also. Similarly, in this part, means economics part one, wala B, you have to do the same strategy, right? So that is going to be better worked rather than doing the separate sessions, right? Because here means till then here till then here you need not to focus on writing too much. I told you the framing is sufficient. Framing is sufficient means the question is in front of you. What should I write in the introduction? What should I write in the body of the answer? What should I write in the conclusion of the answer? So this kind of the strategy you have to follow during this phase, means from today itself, from 28th of April onwards to 28th of May onwards. For descriptive, you need not to write answer. There is no need to write answer. right? Just do the framing of the answer. I hope you are getting my point, what I mean by the framing. Framing means what? Framing means you are not going to write the entire answer, just intro part, the keywords, the body part, the keywords, and the conclusion part, the keywords. In this way, what we called it as a framing of the answer, right? So this framing should be done, and rest of the time you should focus on what? Rest of the time you should focus on doing the objective type of practice questions. As much as practice you are able to do, that is going to give you the good result, right? Some students follow ki, okay, I will do the revision, then I will practice the question. Some students, they will first practice the question, then they will go for the revision. Some students do this thing also. They will attempt the question, and after that they'll get the idea ki, okay, I'm not good in that area. Now I will do the revision, and I will emphasize the revision on those areas where I'm feeling the weak, means I'm not good in that area. I will focus only on that area. So this is one strategy, right? The first strategy is what? Do the revision, complete revision of the entire syllabus. Then I will attempt the question, right? So first strategy is followed by only those students who are appearing first time, or they do not have an idea about the subject. So for them, that kind of the strategy. Whereas who have some idea of the subject, they can go for that strategy. Means what? You start with the previous year's questions or practice questions, something like that. And wherever you are getting stuck, highlight those areas or point out those areas, and doing the revision, focus only on that areas. So it is going to save your time. But personally, what I feel that you should go by topic, right? But the problem is that topic wise categorization is little bit difficult for the practice purpose, right? So here, for those students who are new, they can go for what? They can go for one topic, then do the revision. Another topic, one topic, revision and practice, revision and practice, revision and practice. Those who already have given the exam, or they have some basic idea about the subject, they have some basic idea about the subject, they know the, I'm talking about my subject, okay? So I'm talking about my subject. So if you have a prior idea, you did the economics part in your graduation, or you have substantive knowledge, or you are kind of person who have given the exam last year also, so you should start with the directly practice of the question rather than going for the thoroughly revision. So practicing itself is a kind of a revision, right? Practicing the questions is itself a kind of a revision. So this is strategy you can follow, right? So this is strategy you should follow. And total 85 days, right? Total 85 days, that is 60 plus 25, right? 60 plus 25. So in that way, from here you should not waste any time. No need to get overcharged, right? No need to get overcharged. I told you, and I told you every time, you should gradually move, right? Gradually move. The two teams in the IPL who are most successful team, right? The Mumbai Indians and Chennai Super King, both teams, they go for normal start. Even most of the time they are not able to score good in the first leg, but gradually they will get the momentum. So here you also have to do, okay, if it's like that, okay, you are doing the practice, daily practice for 4 to 5 hours, fine, do it, but gradually increase it, right? In every week you have to add at least 1.5 hour by weekly basis, you have to add, right? What amount you are doing, means what amount you are putting as an effort for your preparation, you have to add 1.5 hour on the weekly basis. So gradually you will get the momentum, right? And there is nothing like 6 hours is sufficient, 4 hours is sufficient, or 5 hours is sufficient, right? Or a particular person is studying for 9 hours and 10 hours. It's not like that. It is always how much output you are able to produce, right? You are sitting with the books, you are looking at the books, books are looking at you, you are smiling at the books, books are smiling at you. it's not going to work. What is going to work? How much output you are able to give, right? So sometimes people have very good concentration, right? So those who have very good concentration, they are able to study 3 to 4 hours, and they are able to give the same amount of output. If they are putting 4 hours and they are giving the output of 3 hours, right? That is quite good. So the person who is studying at 4 hours and he is able to produce the output, means he is able to concentrate for 3 hours out of 4 hours, and he is giving that kind of the concentrated study. That is also fine. Sometimes people have the issues, means they are in family life, or they are in the government job, or they themselves have this issue of concentration beyond 30 minutes. They are not able to concentrate, they need some break, right? So for them, if still means 5 to 6 hours, 5 to 6 hours is required, right? So whatever is your strength and weaknesses, make your plan accordingly. Don't try to follow the strategic formula given by any topper, right? So topper, they become topper only then they know that they are topper. Before that, nobody know that I am going to top, I am going to be rank 1 or whatever, right? So everyone have their own way of doing the studies. Please go with that formula only, rather than trying to imply any new formula, right? Rather than going for any new formula. Rohit, for that, I think you should talk to Ashok sir. I do not have a clarity on that thing, so you should talk to Ashok sir. Sir, we need a schedule and plan to cover the syllabus and practice at the same time. Okay. So descriptive में word limit कितना होता है? वर्ड लिमिट कितना होता है नोटिफिकेशन में देख लो, अभी एग्जैक्टली मुझे नहीं मालूम. इट्स अराउंड 250 और 400 वर्ड्स. गुड इवनिंग Chetan sir, how to bifurcate pre and mains? Should we go for phase 1 mocks directly, as I have appeared in the pre and mains earlier? Yes, Chetan. If you have appeared earlier, you should go for mocks directly. Wherever you are getting stuck, then go to that area and do what? Do again that part. See, Nobita, you have to follow whatever they have written here. If they have written you have to produce a new, then you have to produce new. If they have mentioned you can go for a renewal, you can go for renewal. But my strong recommendation is, whatever the government agency who is doing the recruitment, whatever they have terms and conditions they have mentioned, they are going to strictly follow those terms and conditions. There is no if and but. In the government recruitments, there is no if and but. If your date of birth is excess by 1 day, they are not going to take you even for a 1 day, right? So they are very particular about all these things, right? Because in government, people do not take the risk कि बाद में देख लेंगे, हो जाएगा, कर लेंगे. It's not like that. Whatever is the mention in the document, you have to follow that only. And if anyone have a discrepancies in their documents, please try to correct it as soon as possible. And meanwhile, you can go for affidavit also, right? For the time being, you have to mention it is in the affidavit, but at the time of document verification, you must have the same thing what you have mentioned in your form, and the same thing you have to produce. If there will be any issue, your candidature is going to be rejected, and nobody is going to listen whatsoever it is. So discrepancy should not be there in any case. मनमित सर, आप अपना लेक्चर वीडियो आप कब तक कंप्लीट करेंगे? आई नीड another 10 to 12 days. I will complete the rest of the part. Yes, on after 1 January, the date is obviously certificate. Sir, I was busy in some other exams. I have purchased the course and right now working in Bank of India. I have good command over QER. So how to start your videos? I have watched previous one or two video. Mohit, do just one thing. Uh, you should go to the syllabus and start with any video. For example, if you're starting Indian financial system, then finish the Indian financial system video first, right? Don't tempt yourself and jump. Watch the Indian financial system videos. If you are going to start with what? If you are going to start with budgeting and taxation, budget, then go to the budget part, right? So wherever you want to start, there is no kind of the big problem you are going to face, right? Because 70-80% of each and every lecture I teach in such a way it should not create a problem for those students, because I was informed a lot of students do not watch the live lecture. Many people are like Mohit, there are many people who are working, right? There are many people who are working and they do not have a time to watch in the given time, so generally they watch later, right? So having keeping this thing in my mind, I meticulously tried ki you should not be in trouble. You should not be in trouble if you are watching some lecture directly, right? But suggestion is what, ki start with the topic rather than lecture, right? Start with the topic. For example, budgeting or taxation or national income topic, or something like financial system topic, money market, capital market. So topic should be like that. Okay. Madhurjay, sir, any possibility of SEBI happening in 2023? God knows. I cannot do the predictions, but generally they will go for it. Management part का कब शुरू होगा sir? Management part I will discuss with Ashok sir and let you know. यदि मैं ओबीसी में हूँ तो जनरल कैटेगरी से अप्लाई कर सकता हूँ? बिल्कुल कर सकते हो, लेकिन जब ओबीसी कैटेगरी का सर्टिफिकेट है या अरेंज कर सकते हो, देन व्हाई यू वांट टू अपीयर? सी, देयर आर some state exams where what happened, the merit of OBC is higher than the merit of general category. That happened. I have seen this thing at the time of my preparation. I will not mention the name of the state, but I have seen that happened in the state services exam. The OBC cutoff is higher than the general category cutoff, and that's why a lot of OBC candidate will prefer to file in the general category, right? So once you will file in the general category, you will be remaining the general category candidate, and that is also going to impact your promotions also, because there is a separate promotion procedure for the different categories. So keep this thing in your mind, right? Sir, if crack grade B could arrange some MCQ, even if it is previous year's practice questions, it would work. Okay, I will talk to Ashok ji in this regard. Vishwas sir है Rajasthan. अच्छा. Both Rajasthan and UP both have these issues. How to connect you? I tried previously but failed. Acha, Mohit. Okay, okay. Mohit, just drop what this Telegram message to me. I will try to talk to you. Even I'm not feeling well right now, but I was means yesterday I have cancelled the class. Even today I want to cancel the class, but if I cancel that today, it is going to be create a issue. Means I personally do not want to means off the class. I'm not well today even. But okay, just drop a message. I will try to talk to you tomorrow. Any other question? And see, it's yes, it's a quite big advertisement, 29 pages advertisement, but I will recommend, because it's written here, you are build your nation, build your career. So this 29-page document is worth to read, right? So read it properly so that there is no issue. later on. Because I have seen that many times. What happened at the time of interview, you come up with the problem ki sir मैंने उसमें ध्यान नहीं दिया, I have not read this terms and conditions, now what should I do? Then I already say that कि अब कुछ नहीं हो सकता, ठीक है, आप आपको दुआएं भी नहीं बचा सकती हैं, because these government job people are not, maybe they are going to slip with that, miracle can be happen, okay fine, but generally whatever the terms and conditions they have given, they are going to push it properly, thoroughly. And even if you found guilty later on, suppose that after 4 to 5 years you found guilty, ki means deliberately or undeliberately you did that thing, right? And if you found guilty, government is going to recover the entire money what they have paid, plus criminal proceedings are going to proceed against you, right? So this happened in the past. There was a BSRB board, banking services selection board, BSRB board, right? So BSRB board was there. And the story of IBPS, how IBPS came in the picture, right? So there was a banking services selection board, BSRB board, and that board was conducting the exam, and rampant corruption was there, right? And what happened? One cousin, means nephew of a CBI joint director, he appeared in the exam. So generally, what happens? Suppose that your roll number is ending with what? 429, right? 429, and the next one roll number is 428. So your roll number is ending with 429, and you just went to the examination hall and you were sitting at your roll number, and the seat was vacant. Right? So this seat was vacant, and you appeared in the exam and you are waiting for the result. And when you saw the result, you found that there was a roll number in the final list with 4 to 8. There was a person in the final list with the roll number 4 to 8. And you clearly remember that he was not there in the entire examination process because he was just empowered you, right? So he complained with his family member ki this thing is not possible. So he said that ki maybe you are what? You are having an illusion and all. He said that no, I'm very clear, and this happened in the exam. And that CBI guy, he took the thing very seriously. And then they put what? A trap. They put the trap, and then what happened? The people who got selected even 3 years or 4 years back, the entire racket was caught, and people who got selected 3 years back or 4 years back, they lost their jobs, right? So sometimes this thing happen. So that's why I'll never recommend you to do any forgery with your documents, right? Any forgery with your documents. Follow the each and every terms and conditions clearly. If you have any doubt, you can ask other people, what should I do? But always follow what is as per the rule, right? Yes, Chetan, you can continue from today. Current affairs, I'm going to cover the current affairs, entire current affairs. Yes, this is what I want to announce. So right now I'm in the compilation mode. What is compilation mode is, I will cover the current affairs from 20th December. Don't ask me why this date. This is not particular date. I will actually start with the December, and I'll eliminate all those things which is not required, right? From here till then, 15th May 2022. So all this current affairs I am going to do. I will prepare the current affairs and I will provide you along with the classes. Means class plus material I will provide. So for current affairs, you need not to worry. Current affairs, what I mean to say current affairs, not general current affairs. I am talking about the finance economy current affairs. Finance economy current affairs, if something substantive, I'll try to cover, but you should rely whatever I am going to take. right? So for my area, you should not need to worry. Just attend those sessions. I will cover the entire current affairs, right, in the thorough manner. It's going to help you. For other areas, actually, see, I'm more focused for this RBI and UPSC exams, right? So for other areas, I do not feel myself as a fit person to do the current affairs, because in your current affairs it's kind of a rapid fire current affairs, right? Rapid fire kind of the current affairs. And in my area, means UPSC area, the rapid fire current affairs are hardly there. They will ask the analytical questions in the current affairs, so that's why I do not want to in that general current affairs area. But yes, finance economy related current affairs from December to May 15, I will cover in the thorough manner, and you can rely on my material and my class. It's going to definitely help you. See, for my area, you need not to do anything. जो करना है मुझे करना है, मैं करूंगा. I will do it for you. You should just follow it. You need not to read the newspaper right now. Nobody should go for the newspaper. I'm going to compile the newspaper part. For general current affairs, see, there is a GA minus finance, economy, and all, right? My part, right? That my part. So GA minus my part. My means my name is Rahul Tiwari. Okay, so my part. So for that, whatever you want to do, you can do. Suppose that the value is y. So for y, whatever you want to do, you can do. For my portion, just just left on me. I'll do it. I will do it and I will provide you. Don't worry. Okay. अरे बोल तो दिया भाई, मैं कर दूंगा सारा. अब तुम गवर्नमेंट स्कीम्स के लिए क्यों परेशान हो रहे हो? आई टोल्ड यू ना कि आई विल डू इट. How to start preparation for the descriptive part? I have taken one or two lectures regarding this descriptive part. Two lectures I have thoroughly discussed the descriptive part. You can watch those lectures. I have discussed the strategy in the detail. LD PDF, video lecture PDF. Okay. Video lecture PDF. Okay, video lecture PDF. Actually, I have not provided the PDF of video lecture. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. I will write it. Otherwise, again, I will forget. I will start providing shortly. Descriptive, Shubham, just let complete this part. 8 to 10 lectures are required. I will complete this part first, then I will start the descriptive plus current affairs. So when I will discuss the descriptive part, let me complete this part. What is left in your syllabus? Let me first finish that part. Then I will start discussing the descriptive part, and that is also going to give you the glimpse in form of revision of whatever we have completed. As there is two type of essay they have mentioned. Okay, Chetan. English descriptive. Some earlier notes are also there in the website. Please ask them to update. Like two different lectures are there from same topic. Hello. Acha. Okay. I just spoke with Ashokji. He informed me that descriptive part, English descriptive part is going to start shortly. Within a week, it is going to start. English descriptive part. And for mock, as you have seen that under 24/7 or practice mock for phase one, you can follow those things. Right. But don't be scared if you are not able to score well. Don't be scared. Just carry on your practice. Right. When you are appearing in the mock, The objective is to enhance the knowledge rather than trying to test the final score, right? Don't go by the final score. Just see that ki what kind of the questions you are able to solve and what kind of the questions you are not able to solve, right? Those which you are able to solve, that means that is your strong area. Those questions you are not able to solve, you need not to worry, but you have to do the work and try to solve it. So you have to appear in the mock with very rational mind. Most of the time student appear in the mock, they feel that ki I have to check myself. No, you are appearing in the mock for the purpose of practice. Okay, do the practice plus solve the questions. So this is the purpose to appear in the mocks, right? So this is the solo objective for appearing in the mock. Don't take it as a performance pressure. Fine. क्रैक ग्रेड बी का विकल्प जो जीए है उतना ही कर लो, उसी को अच्छे से रिवाइज कर लो. जस्ट डू द रिविजन properly, thoroughly. No need to go and try to cover each and every current affairs. Follow one good source and do it thoroughly. Any other question? Or shall I start? मेरा कोई प्लान नहीं है. आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू अपेयर इन द एग्जाम. इट्स योर एग्जाम. You have to plan, you have to make a strategy. If it is not going to work properly, then let me know. But it's your exam, you have to do it. I am your guide. I'm not a means person who is going to appear in this exam. So you have to make your strategy, my dear. Okay. And if it is going to have some issue, then let me know. Okay. In the last class, I have started the bond market, and in the bond market, I explained you about the difference between bond and debentures, right? And I told you bonds are always backed by collateral, whereas debentures are not backed by the collateral, right? Means both are the debt instrument, and raising the debt through bond and debentures, right? Both are the debt instrument. Generally bonds are having longer duration in comparison to debenture. Bonds may be from 10 years to 30 years, in some country even they are the 40 years, whereas debentures, they from 2 to 10 years kind of the duration, and they are not backed by any collateral. Whenever the company is going to raise the debt, that is raise the debt on the basis of their credibility in the market. I want to raise 40 lakh rupees or 50 lakh rupees, so I am raising this debt security of debenture while keeping this thing in my mind ki I have a credibility in the market, so people are ready to lend their money to me because of my good credibility. So this is what debenture. Whereas in the bond, what you are going to do, you are going to put some of your physical asset in the collateral, and then against that collateral you are going to raise the money, right? So this is the basic difference between bond and debentures. You can ask anything related to the privatization. I will answer the question. So after explaining this difference between bond and debenture, I have given you the idea of what government, right? Government treasurables. So Air India is privatized and 100% stake is transferred. See, strictly means you can say that 100% stake offloading generally means what you want to give up, right? So for Air India case, you can say that. For specifically Air India, what happened with the Air India, because government was trying to sell Air India since last many years, right? The process to disinvest, government earlier thought that ki it will be better to just go for what strategic disinvestment kind of the thing. Government will hold the majority and only management will be given to the private people. But that was not able to produce any result, right? And the entire deal was in limbo. Then government changed. This government also tried first in this means from 2014 to 2019, government has tried to sell the Air India, but they failed. Then this time they have decided that ki we are going to completely sell it off. So this time what 100% we are not going to hold anything. We are going to sell it off completely. Generally, what happened when you want to go for the privatization? Okay, I will sell somewhere around 70 to 80%, but 70 to 80% I'm going to sell. Maybe I'm going to hold some shares. For example, in the case of Axis Bank, government holds some shares. Still, government holds some shares in Axis Bank, right? Whereas in the case of Air India, they just want to do what? They just want to give it up entire stake. So for Air India case, you can say that. So in the last class, I was discussing about the government bond market. Government bond market, and for that I have discussed for the union government which issue government bonds, right? And apart from that, state government. But I'm sorry for that, today I'm not going to discuss this thing because still I have not able to complete the finance commission report. I have to complete this finance commission report first, then I will come to this point. Means it's nothing like rocket science, but with the reports of this finance commission related to the state government borrowing as well as RBI's recommendation also are being there, right? So for that part I'm just skipping right now, but probably tomorrow I will fill this part. Okay, so I means in the government bond market, I have to discuss both the union government's bond market and the state government's bond market. But as I mentioned, you keep finance commission some recommendations are important in that regard. So I will discuss this part tomorrow, right? Yes, privatization and disinvestments come under the equity market. In case of Air India, it is not listed company and was privatized, so it's come under the private placement. Yes, and government is coming up with the IPO of LIC. Why IPO? It is it there any benefit to public issue over the private placement? It depends. It depends ki from where you are going to get the good deal. Where you are going to get a good deal. Air India is a kind of asset where the public is not interested. Very less number of people who are very capable of running the business, who are very capable of running the business, or they have very good experience, right? Only those kind of the people are going to bid, right? Only those people who are going to bid in that business, right? And Tatas have this confidence over themselves. What confidence? The confidence they have, like they have purchased Land Rover and Jaguar. When they have purchased the Land Rover and Jaguar, at that point of time they are not making profits, right? And their situation was not good. Okay, but Tata's did very well job, and now company is performing very well. Even the steel company they have purchased, they perform well, but because of the market situation later on, they want to offload it, right? So Tatas have this confidence, right? So sometimes what happened, we have to see what we want to sell, right? We must get the highest amount of return after selling those equities, right? So as per the calculation, if it is going to fetch huge amount of money through private placement, I will go for the private placement. If it is going to fetch the good amount of money with respect to what, with respect to public issue, then we will go for the public issue. And LIC is a household name. LIC is a household name. LIC hold, right now LIC is holding 40,000 crores unclaimed amount. Unclaimed amount. There is no person to claim this amount. I'm telling you very conservative figure. Actually, it is more than that, and maybe approximately it's a double amount, especially after the COVID. It may be doubled because both family members died during the COVID, right? And generally, when people will go for the LIC, they do not inform others, especially their relatives, because they know that at a point of time, suppose my LIC is going to mature after 20 years and I'm going to get handsome amount of money, then my relatives are going to ask some, please lend me some money. So that's why people generally do not inform ki I have taken the policy, but it's a household name in India. LIC is a household name. So this is the amount, minimum amount, that is unclaimed amount, right? It's unclaimed amount, and roughly it is going to around how much? 80 means somewhere around 10 billion. It's a very conservative figure, but as per the estimation, $10 billion LIC do have with themselves, which is unclaimed deposit, unclaimed money, right? So LIC is a kind of thing you must go for what? You must go for the public. Whereas some asset which need expertise and general public have a doubt in their mind ki whether it is going to give me some remuneration or benefit or profit, then people will invest in that. Otherwise, people will not invest in that. Even you can try with the Air India. And yes, later on, Tatas are going to do that thing. After 3-4 years, what Tata is going to do? Tata is going to infuse some money and their expertise. They will start doing very well in next 2 to 3 years. They are going to make a good reputation on the balance sheet of Air India, and then they will list it. Right. So listing or private placement, that depends which is going to fetch the huge amount for you. Okay. Now, so for the government bond market, right? I told you I will cover this part. Another thing, come to the private or corporate bond market. Private and corporate bond market. In the private and corporate bond market, here again, what you can do, you can issue bond and debentures. But what you are going to issue as a bond and debentures, it depends upon your credit rating. It depends upon your credit rating, and on the basis of your credit rating, it's going to be easy or difficult for you. If you have very good credit rating, then definitely you have to pay less amount of interest. Less amount of interest. If your credit rating is moderate or average or poor, then first borrowing is going to difficult, right? Borrowing is going to difficult. Why? Because people are generally not interested to invest their money in the less trustworthy institutions or company or agency, right? Second thing, the credit rating is low. That's why you have to offer higher interest rate in order to attract the investors. So that's why credit rating play a very important role in the bond and debenture market, right? And as I told you, ki company have a less credit rating or average or moderate credit rating, right? So moderate credit rating you have, and you won't borrow money from the market through what? Through bond. You want to borrow the money, right? But your credit rating is not good. One possibility. Other possibility, you are new to the bond market. You are not well known. You are not well known like Reliance, Adani, Ambani, right? You are not kind of well known entity in the bond market. So there is a apprehension among the investors ki whether should I go for it or not, right? So in the bond market where there are the many companies, right? A company, B company, C, D, E, M, and lot of companies are offering their what? Offering their bond papers, right? Whereas in this bond market, the company like what? Company like X, Y, and Z. These are new intent, means they have entered in the bond market, right? So because you have just entered in the bond market, you do not have any kind of the previous reputation with yourself in the bond market. In the bond market, you do not have any kind of previous reputation. So investors, most of the investors will try to avoid that, will try to avoid the bond paper issues by this XYZ company, right? They will try to avoid it. Whereas they will focus on this. So sometimes you can get the status of junk, right? Junk. Junk. Why you got the status of junk? One reason is because you are being unsold, kind of unsold, but generally people are not putting their money on you. Why? Two reasons. Either you are new and people do not know about you. One reason. Another reason, your past is not so good. Right. Company's performance was not so good, and that's why people do not want to invest their money in the form of debentures or bond offered by you. Right. But you become a dark horse, right? You offered 9% interest, whereas all these reputed companies, they are offering only how much? 4% or 5% or 6%, something like that. You was offering 9 to 10%, right? You was offering 9 to 10%, and you have paid it. You have paid it, right, at a time of maturity. So you have paid that interest of 10%. So everybody is going to be stunned. Why? Because they feel that investing the money is huge risk here in the junk bonds, but they have given the huge returns. So that is the kind of status of what? Junk bond, right? Junk bond. So junk bond means what? Ki people generally क्या समझ लिया? कचरा, right? But it was finally become what? The golden thing, means shining thing. So earlier you was junk, but right now you was what? You are a kind of having a market reputation. Fine. So this is we known as a junk bond. Okay. Acha, who want to explain this? Yeah, that's why he was keep telling others, sell this pen to me, sell this pen. Right. That's why he was keep asking this question. No interest is paid, only principal amount is paid. Okay. Anyone else? The bond which are issued on discount rate. Anyone else? Acha, chalo, good. Most of you have answered rightly. Now tell me. Strips bond. Anyone want to try about this? No need to search on the Google and then answer. Just try to find with the name. There is no need to search on the Google. I'll explain, but try. I'm just asking you. You can try at least. So the term coupon is interchangeably used for interest rates, right? Interest rates. Why they use the term interest rate? Means coupon, right? So suppose that any bond is having the worth, means its time period is 10 years, and the bond is of how much? 100 rupees, and the interest rate is what? The interest rate is, suppose that 4%, right? So it's a 10-year bond. So 10-year bond, 4 rupees coupon, 4 rupees coupon. So 4 rupees coupon will be there, right? 4 rupees coupon will be there, and every year what you can do, you can go and just give the coupon, and against that coupon you will get the 4 rupees, right? So the bond is what? Bond is of how much? Bond is of 100 rupees with the interest bearing of 4%, and every once you will purchase this bond of 10 year with 4% interest, what they will give you? This paper along with the 10 coupons, and against every coupon you will get how much? against every coupon you will get 4 rupees every year, because interest rate is how much? 4%, right? So that's why the term coupon is being used here, right? You need not to bring the entire security, you just bring the coupon, and against that coupon, the person who have issued that bond, they will pay you. They will pay you. So this is the normal way of issuing the bond. And if it is going to be in case of what? If it is going to be in case of zero coupon bond. If it is a zero coupon bond, then what will happen? Then how much? 10, right? Sorry, 100 rupees, and total coupon means interest rate is how much? Interest rate is 4%. What is this amount? This amount is 20. Sorry, 40. So you are going to get this coupon, this 100 rupees security, you are going to get at the price of 60 rupees. So what is the face value? 100. But how much discount you are going to get? You are going to get the discount of 40 rupees, and you just have to pay 60 rupees. After 10 years, suppose that you have purchased this paper today, that is 28th of March. On 28th of March 2022, you have purchased this paper on the discount of 40 rupees. After 10 years, on 28th of March, when you was appointed as a manager in RBI, and date is 32. On that day, you will get how much? You will get 100 rupees. The face value, and the maturity value is 100. You will get 100 rupees. How much you have invested? 60, right? How much you have invested? 60, and you are going to get 100, right? So here no coupon was given. No coupon was given. So that's why it is zero coupon bond. Zero coupon is being given. At the time of investment, zero coupon is being given, and you are going to get the entire amount. You are going to get the entire amount at the time of maturity. Whereas in this coupon, you will get 4.444% every year, right? You will get no, and principal will be paid at the end. Interest you are going to get every year in the form of coupons. Right. So this is difference between normal coupon bond and zero coupon bond. Okay. Is it clear what is zero coupon bond? If it is clear, only then you are able to understand this term. First, let me know, do you understand why interest rate is known as coupon? I have given this example. Because of this, they are known as coupon interest, coupon rate, or interest rate, or coupon bond. So these terms are being used. When the coupon means the interest is going to paid by the issuer in the phased manner, and at the time of maturity, you will get the final coupon plus the principal amount, right? Whereas what? Whereas in the zero coupon bond, the entire amount will be paid at the time of maturity. So some people feel that okay, I need regular income. If you need a regular income, then it is good for you. You should go for those bonds or debentures which are offering the coupon interest rate, right? Whereas if you want to do what? One-time investment, then you shouldn't go for the zero coupon bond. Sir, it is always true that the zero coupon bonds are available in the discount, or it depends upon the demand supply phenomenon. No, Steve. See, zero coupon bond means what? It is going to be available on discount. Maybe discount will be high or low as per the demand and supply. But zero coupon bond is a bond which is issued less than face value. So it's a definition of zero coupon bond. The bond which is sold in the market less than their face value, they are known as zero coupon bond. So by definition, it's there. So the first statement is incorrect. Or sir, it is always true that, yes, it is true. It is always true. Second statement is wrong. Okay. So this is what the difference between coupon interest, coupon bearing and zero coupon. One advantage over the coupon bearing, because zero coupon bond. Zero coupon bond, when you will purchase from first to 10th year, you need not to pay any tax, because you are not going to get any interest. Why? Because the money will be given to you at the time of maturity, right? At the time of maturity, the amount is going to be given to you. Whereas every time here you have to pay the income tax. And sometimes some zero coupon bond issued by the developmental financial institution, government can exempt it, right? Government can exempt from income tax, right? Government can exempt from them income tax. And when government do the exemption from the income tax on the purchase of bond, most of the time it is with the zero coupon bonds, right? Most of the time, though they can go for this one also. Government can give you kind of relief, or government can waive off the income tax on even the coupon bearing interest rate bonds also. But in general, it is a common practice that the zero coupon bond are being provided by the government as an income tax. It's not necessary. See, first of all, it is not necessary that you will definitely going to get a waive off on income tax if you will purchase the bond. Number one. Number two, whenever there is a situation, government want to give exemption on income tax on the purchase of bonds, then generally government will give preference to zero coupon bonds over the coupon bearing bonds, right? So this is the statement. Clear? Okay. So now this strip bonds. What is the strip bond? Strip bond is simple. If you will see the full form of a strip is separate trading of interest and principal securities. So we have taken an example of a security. This is having rupees 100, interest bearing is 4%. 4 rupees लिख दिया मैंने, 4%. So 4% interest, right? And these are the coupons of 4. Maturity value is 10 years, right? So under the strip bonds, this paper, this principal amount, this part and this part can be sold separately. Means it is not necessary both are going to be sold to the single person, right? Some people can invest in the principal amount, some people can invest in the interest amount, but it is going to be devised in such a manner, 100 rupees, right? And finally it is after 10 years it is going to be how much? 140. From 100 to 140, 10 years, right? So 10 years, 100 to 140. So it is going to be devised in such a manner. Understand here carefully. Just understanding is required. Calculation is not required. What understanding you need to have regarding this strip bonds is, first, the strip bond is a kind of bond which is going to be stripped in the different parts. One is the principal part and other strip part is the interest part. That's why the name is here strip, that is separate trading. Separate trading for interest and principal securities. So in the strip bond, we will bifurcate. The one is principal part and another is interest part. Okay. So whosoever is issuing, he will keep this thing in the mind. The principal should be sold in such a manner and interest security should be sold in such a manner it cannot fetch more than 140. So calculations will be applied in such a manner that those who are purchasing the principal amount, those who are purchasing the interest amount, right, they get their due benefit, right? But their benefit should not be more than what I am going to offer, right? So in that way, it is being calculated and it is being separated and sold. And in the interest part, you can see that interest have total 10 coupons. Right. So it is not necessary that all 10 coupons are going to be sold to single investor. That coupons can be sold to the different investors also. Right. First thing, what is the strip bond? The bond which is going to be separated in two parts for the purpose of sale. One is the principal part, another is the interest part. Number one thing. Number two thing, it is going to be sold in such a manner so that the maturity interest and the principal value should not be exceed what we originally planned. How much? 40 rupees interest we have to pay and 100 rupees principal we have to pay. So total 140 we have to pay. Right. So it should not exceed. Third thing, it is not necessary the entire, for example, in this case, we have total 10 coupons. Total 10 coupons, each of 4 rupees, right? So it is not necessary to sell all those coupons to single person. That can be sold to different person. Now question is ki, sir, why such kind of complexity is there? Because we want to involve more and more people, and some people who are not able to participate because of the bigger size, right? Even those who are having small amount of income, they can also participate, right? So this is the purpose why the strip bonds are also used, and it is largely used in the US bond market. Here in this case, what was happening? When you purchase a zero coupon bond, Jyoti and football capsule, nice name. So for the question, Jyoti and football capsule, answer is, when it was a zero coupon bond, the principal value of 60, right? Principal value, means face value was 60, but it was sold to you at the price of 60 rupees, right? And 40 rupees was the interest. So in this case, it is definitely not going to give you how much. You are interested in what? I am interested in what? I want to get the money at the end of the tenure, right? I want the money at the end of tenure. The principal amount is going to sold to me, right? And some interests are going to be offered, but definitely the discount is not going to be offer of 40, because it is what? The interest amount also. So at some less amount of discount will be given to me. Here the discount is given to me is of what? Here the discount is given to me is of 40. Some less amount of discount is going to be offered to me. Whereas the interest, in the interest, similarly, this less amount of interest is going to offer to me. So the objective is what? Objective is to inculcate more people in this entire practice. And it depends to you. You want to hold the entire paper or you want to hold the principal amount. So every people have a different capability and different approach to appear in the market. Some people have a good amount of money, but they do not want to put their money on risk. So they prefer to invest in the LIC rather than in the bond market. Right. Whereas the money which you have put in the LIC is going to invest that money in the bond market. Right. So for the different investor, different mindset people, there is a different instrument. So just providing another instrument so that if you have a permutation combination in your mind, so that permutation and combination can work for you also. So this is the purpose. And these are being offered in the discount. So that's why whosoever is going to purchase, they will get some benefit. Obviously you can go for it if it is available, but it not necessarily. If you think in this manner, don't you think that they are also having this thing in their mind? You will not purchase this one, you will try to purchase this one, so why I will offer this one, I will offer this one. So it's a game of what, demand and supply. If you will run for this instrument, they will divide this instrument into this instrument. Actually this happened with the zero coupon bond, right? This happened with the zero coupon bonds most of the time. Okay. Yes, bonds are transferable. Otherwise, how the secondary market will be formed? If they are non-transferable, we are talking about the primary market. If they are going to be non-transferable, how the trade will happen in the secondary market? For secondary market, they must be transferable. Okay. Fine. So till then now, what I have explained is, I have given the example of company A, and they went for what? Debt security, and they focused on debt security at domestic market. Now they also want to raise the money debt security, domestic market. Actually, they also have an option of non-resident market. For example, when this company went for what? Equity. So for equity, what they did, they went for domestic market and they issued IPO and FPO, right? Whereas from the international market means non-resident market, either they can list in foreign exchange, foreign countries, stock exchange, or they can go for ADR and GDR route, right? American depository receipts and global depository receipts in order to fetch the money from foreign countries, right? From the non-residents. Similarly, for the domestic market, we can go for what? We can go for bonds and debentures in Indian stock. Just give me a minute. Indian Stock Exchange, or here they have various options like external commercial borrowing route, right? External commercial borrowing route, trade credit, foreign currency convertible bonds, foreign currency exchange bonds, right? So they can go for external commercial borrowing, trade credits, this one, this one. But all these are going to be in foreign currency. So actually, see, look here. So we want to raise the debt, we can go for our domestic market, what I have explained till then now, right? Now we want to go to the non-resident market. Non-resident market, those people who are not resident of India, from them we want to raise the money. And now we have two options, either we can raise the money in the rupee or we can raise the money in the foreign currency. In order to raise the money in the foreign currency from non-resident people, we have instruments like what? External commercial borrowings. And actually external commercial borrowings are this foreign currency, external commercial borrowings, sorry, external commercial borrowings, then foreign currency convertible bonds, foreign currency exchange bonds, trade credits, right? And another one was what? Another one was, okay, these four instruments were there. And here, anyone want to give the example? Anyone want to give an example of non-resident market, debt market, where the money can be raised in Indian rupee? Surya, so which type of bonds are mostly issued? Mostly they are the domestic market. Domestic market. Here there are a lot of restrictions, because here the foreign currency and Indian rupee means you are going to expose your currency or you are going to have an exposure of foreign currency. So here RBI is looking at you, right? So RBI people are looking at you. They have scanner. So they are going to put lot of terms and conditions, restrictions in order to access this non-resident market, and that is reasonable also. Why reasonable? Because the foreign currency exchange rate is going to be in question mark, right? Exchange rate, balance of payment, all these things is going to impact, right? Capital account, these are this part of the capital account, no? So just give me a second, hello, हाँ मुझे yes, masala bonds. Masala means what? Because India is always known for their spice trade since ancient times. So that's why they want to have some kind of the name which can give the identity of unique Indian identity. That's why the name is being taken, masala bonds. So for issuing the masala bond, whose permission is required? Whose permission is required to issue the masala bonds? RBI. Hmm. Okay. Why not SEBI? SEBI is a market regulator. Why not SEBI? Why not both? Why not SEBI and why not both? See, SEBI is a market regulator. That's fine. That's good. But SEBI do not know ABCD XYZ of foreign exchange, right? And when you are going to raise the money from foreign countries in your currency, right? In your currency, first of all, if you are able to do, if you are able to do that, if you are able to raise the money from the foreign countries in your currency, that is going to show that people have a faith in your currency. So this happens only when the country have a kind of good reputation among the investors outside their country, and especially they have faith on your currency and your government and your financial system. So ability to issue is not a big thing. Any country central bank will allow, But the point is, after allowing it, are you able to get the means finance or not? If if you are not able to get the finance, even central bank is allowed. For example, Pakistan central bank is going to allow the Pakistan corporate bodies ki you can issue the Pakistani bonds, terrorist bond, sorry, Pakistani bonds, right, outside the Pakistan. But nobody is going to take it. You can see the position of Pakistan right now. So nobody is going to be the taker of what? India is selling in the name of what? Masala bond. Pakistan is known for what? Terrorist. So they are going to issue in the name of terrorist bond. Right? So nobody is going to purchase because of the bad condition of your economy. Right? But even your economic situation is good. When the people are going to purchase the bonds of your currency, that means your central bank have to look over it, because it is going to destabilize the what? It is going to destabilize the entire balance of payment system. For example, in this financial year, which is going to start from 2022 to 2023, India have to pay somewhere around $80 billion. $80 billion repayment is scheduled in this financial year. $80 billion repayment you have to make with all these what? Government borrowing and private sector borrowings, $80 billion. So RBI have to take care of it, na? So RBI have to. So RBI is a little bit what? Though we have the huge amount of what foreign currency reserve, but we have to take it care of it in the proper manner. So that's why it should be the RBI, not SEBI, and in not collaboration with the SEBI. It must be looked over by what? Central bank, because ultimately it is going to be the responsibility of central bank to maintain the balance of payment. No, dual regulation is not an issue. See, dual regulation is okay when the the issue of regulation is required by both bodies. But here it's a pure issue of what? Pure issue is going to exposure of your currency with enough international market. So that's why. Okay, so I'm going to wind it up. I'm not able to sit right now. I am having a lot of problems. So I'm going to wind it up here. In next class, I will explain this part: ECB, FCCB, and FCEB, and trade credits, and then the secondary market. Secondary market is not going to take too much time. Then I'll start also the derivative market, and means I'm going to wind it up for today. I'll start from tomorrow here. Okay. Okay then. Thank you everyone. I'll start tomorrow.